Hi, I'm Liz with Liz's Crafts, and today I am going to show you how I made this heart puzzle piece for best friends. So what I have is this mold from Hobby Lobby. It was 99 cents regular price, and it has two pieces, and they're heart halves, like in a puzzle piece that fit together. So I thought I would make this for my granddaughter, and she can keep one half and give the other half to a friend of hers. And I'm going to be using this UV resin that I got off of Amazon. There it is in the container. And then I have some blue pieces to put in there and some pink pieces to put in there. And these are all from the Dollar Tree. I went back to get more, but they didn't have any more. And this is just a little silicone thingy that I can use to put my sprinkles, sparkles, whatever you want to call them, in the puzzle pieces. And what I start out with is some UV resin. And I fill the little puzzle piece about halfway up. And I'm going to bring you in a little bit closer so you can see more of what I'm doing here. And like I went to the wrong side. So there it is. And like I said, I'm going to fill this about halfway full with the UV resin. And then I'm just going to put these little pieces in. This is a bag of sparkle stuff from the Dollar Tree that's kind of rolled up. It kind of looks like a tube, but it's cut open. So just a little decoration. So I put a few of those in there. And then I'm going to start with the glitter. This is like the medium-sized glitter. And actually, these glitters you can, or I did get at the Dollar Tree. It was a 3-pack. And it had really small glitter. And then it had a larger glitter. And then it had some little heart pieces. And I guess this is the medium glitter and the other one was the small glitter. And then this is the little heart pieces. So I felt like that was fitting since we're putting it in a heart puzzle. And if I was to fill this the rest of the way up with the UV resin, my glitter pieces and all would probably float to the top of the mold here, and we don't want that. So we're going to go ahead and use the UV light on this. And this is the one that I'm going to be using, and I got it from Amazon. And it has two settings, 60 seconds and 120 seconds. I'm going to use the 120 seconds, which of course is 2 minutes. And I just want you to know that I did not edit this video in any way. I left it as is, so you'll know, the amount of time it takes to do something like this. I'm going to fill it the rest of the way with the UV resin. I'll just fill it up to the top of the mold. Like I said, this little mold here was at Hobby Lobby, and it was only 99 cents regular price. So I thought that was pretty good. I mean, that's cheaper than Dollar Tree, right? So I have that filled the rest of the way, and I'm going to use the UV light on it again. And I'm going to do another 120 seconds. And the way you do it is you just press the on button twice. First time you press it, it'll take you to 60 seconds. The second time you press it, takes it to 120. And now that that's all done, I'm going to take it out of the mold. And it was a little sticky on the bottom side of it. You see me rubbing my fingers together there. So I'm going to put it back under the light for another 120 seconds. And I just turned it upside down under the light so it would get that part that was sticky. And here it is, completely dry. So all in all, it took 6 minutes to cure this puzzle piece. And now I'm going to work on the other half of the puzzle. And I'm basically just going to do the same thing. And maybe you can see this one a little bit better because I think I have the camera a little bit more focused on it, up close and personal. So again, I'm just using the UV resin, filling the mold up about halfway. And now I'm going to use the pink, I'm going to use pink sequins. Again, I did get these at the Dollar Tree. So I put a few of those in there. And if they're not where you want them to be, just take your little silicone thingy there and move them around. So I do tend to put the bigger pieces in first, and then I'll go to the smaller pieces. And this is the heart, little heart cutouts. Again, you get these three little containers in one package from the Dollar Tree. So it comes with little cutout hearts, and then it has a very fine glitter, and then a little bit larger pieces of glitter. So this is the larger glitter. It's about medium size, I guess, as glitters go. And then this last glitter here is a real fine glitter. And I'm just making sure that my glitters are off the sides of the mold and actually down in the mold. And I'm going to put this under my UV light for 2 minutes. Isn't that pretty? And I'm going to fill it the rest of the way up with some more UV resin. And I did get a little bit of resin in the little tab that sticks up for you that makes the hole in the top of the heart so you can put your jump ring through. And I'll show you how I fix that. So I put this back under the light, and I'm just telling you it's 60 seconds and 120 seconds is what it says on top. So I put it under there for another 120 seconds. And then I'm just going to unmold it. And since the other one was sticky on the underside, I figured this one would be also. So I'm going to make sure that side is up, and I'm going to put it back under the light for another 2 minutes. And it is done. It's not sticky. Let's see. And oh, I take this tool here and I poke the heart hole there to make sure the resin is out of it, because it was just a very thin layer. And so here's my 2 pieces, and look how it locks in just like a puzzle. So my granddaughter can have one of these, and her best friend can have the other one. So I'm just making sure the holes are clear, and they are. And what I do is I take some chain, and I'm using gold chain that I have, and I'm just going to cut it at 14 inches. Or maybe 15 inches, I can't remember. Between 14 and 15 inches. I thought that was a good length for my granddaughter. She's 9 years old. So I cut 2 of those, one for each heart half. Now I'm going to be using these rings, split rings, I think is what they're called. So I have some gold colored ones to go with the chain, and then I have these magnetic clasp that I'm going to put on the ends of it. And this is where the frustration begins. Now, I used to make a jewelry a few years ago, and I made a lot of jewelry, okay? And I have a lot of jewelry. And this, oh my gosh, this here was craziness. And I just left it in my video so that you could see that even people who do things a lot or have done them a lot still have issues. Now, you know, I'm not the greatest jewelry maker or anything like that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I should have been able to get this split ring apart and get the chain on it. But as you continue to watch this, you'll see that that did not happen. And if you want to jump ahead, please feel free to do so, because there's a lot of frustration in this video. So I'm just taking my jewelry pliers. I am trying to get the end of the split ring on my pliers so that I could put it on the chain. And I thought the split rings would work better because, you know, a 9-year-old, they're kind of hard on the jewelry and stuff like that. So I thought it would be better than just a regular jump ring. But you'll see later how I fix this. And I keep trying. I mean, I guess I'm not one to give up easily. I kind of wanted to, but I kept going. And my nails, they look so pretty, and you'll see I end up tearing up my left thumbnail. And yeah, I was a little bit upset about that, because my nails, they look so pretty. It was a coral color. See, there it goes. I'm already messing them up. I end up having to cut my nail down and filing it. I was not happy. But as you can see, I didn't give up. I just kept trying over and over and over. Here's where I tore up my nail. But I'm not done trying. So again, I keep working at it. So these are little small split rings, and I guess they're just too small, or maybe I forgot what I was supposed to do. I don't know. But it just didn't work out. But I just wanted you all to know that the struggle is real. So if you have struggles crafting, just remember, we all have struggles. We just don't show you. I thought about cutting all this out. If I did, my video would have been probably about 10 minutes or so less than what it was. So now I have this other tool, and this is just like a paint, what do they call it? Paint palette tool. I don't know. So I thought if I could get that in under the split ring, you know, in between the two pieces, that I could get the chain on it. Well, I did get it on there, actually. But it just wasn't working. But I did get it on there. I felt like that was, you know, that was at least good. I get it on, oh yeah, the palette knife. That's what it's called. Palette knife. So I do get it on the end of the palette knife. And I make it so the end of it is sticking up up at the top on the palette knife so that I could get the chain on top of it. Not on top of it, but the chain in it. But yeah, that didn't work either. I couldn't get the chain in it. I made sure that opening was at the top, and then it was off the palette knife a little bit so that I could then get the chain on it. Just couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. But I did cut my nail down and file it so it looks better. But that was disappointing that I tore it up, tore up my nail. I just keep trying. But I kept saying I really wanted to just throw it all down and just stop. But I'm like, no, I need to do this. I want to make this for my granddaughter. I want to get the video done. I'm going to keep going. So now I decide to get some other jump rings. So these are jump rings that have, like, they look kind of like twisted rope. And they're a little thick. But I do, I'm trying to get it on the chain. And I'm trying to get it on the clasp. That's what it was. So I think I got it on the chain, and then I'm trying to get it on the clasp. Anyway, the hook on the clasp, the hole in it wasn't big enough. So I thought, okay, well, I'm going to get this other jewelry tool, and I'm going to poke it in there, and I'm going to make it bigger. Well, I guess the metal was, you know, a harder metal or whatever, which it needs to be, and it's probably good that the hole didn't open up more, but I was trying to do it. So I'm trying to make that hole bigger so that I can put that jump ring in there. And guess what? It wasn't happening. But that didn't stop me from trying. So yeah, I'm just trying to make this hole bigger. Unfortunately, it did not work. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm getting these really small jump rings, and they're silver. Like, I didn't have any gold ones. So I'm using the silver ones. And I don't think it'll show up too bad because they're small. So I put the jump ring on the chain. And then I'm going to put the magnetic piece of the clasp on there, half of the magnetic clasp. And let me tell you, if you're working with a magnetic clasp and you're using a metal chain, okay, it's a booger to work with because the magnet keeps getting on the chain and you're trying to close the jump ring, and it was one thing after another with this. But I did get it on there. And now I'm trying to put the chain through the heart hole at the top of the heart half. And the chain is too big to get in there. And I'm like, really? Are you serious? So I went back to the jump rings with the rope texture to it that were larger. And I'm going to use that. So I just twist it open, put it on the heart. Put the chain through it. Just kind of lay it through there. I'm sorry, this is out of view and you can't really see it too much. And then close the jump ring. Oops. So did I get it? Yep. I got it, but I got to close it a little bit better. Okay, so we have one half of the magnetic clasp on the chain, and now we got to put the other half on. So I have the little silver jump ring. Put it on the chain, and then I'm going to add the other half of the clasp. Of course, it all, you know, popped out of my hand, out of my tools. So start over, do it again. Man, I just wanted to throw this down. But you know what? I kept going. I was determined to get this done. Just having a heck of a time with the magnet and the jump rings and the split rings, and whew, ton of frustration. But I kept with it and it worked out in the end. So do you guys have any projects that end up frustrating the heck out of you? And do you stop or do you keep going until you get it done? All right, so here it is. This is this half, the pink half. It's done. It's on a chain. It has a magnetic clasp. It's good to go. And now on to the blue half. So I'm going to put the jump ring on first onto the heart. And that is a heart hole in the heart, which I thought was cute. And the little puzzle pieces that hook together, they're little hearts too. The little pieces that stick out that you put together, they're hearts. It's so cute. It's such a cute mold. And now I have the little silver jump rings and my chain. And now I'm threading the chain through the jump ring on the heart. There it is. It's on there. And I'm going to go back to putting the clasp on. To put my jump ring on the chain and now onto the clasp, which keeps latching onto the chain. Let me tell you, at the end of this, I was so glad to be finished with this craft. So glad. And guess what? My granddaughter loved it, so I guess it was worth all the effort it took me to do this. So now I'm just hooking on the other side of the clasp. Come on, Liz, get it in frame. There it is. Just close that little jump ring, and this one is done. It's done. Oh my gosh, it's done. And look at that, it's so cute. And see how they hook together, and like I said, where they hook together, that's heart shaped too, and then the holes at the top for the chain is heart shaped, and just the whole thing is heart shaped. It's so cute. I think it turned out great. Maybe I'll make another one, but maybe I'll make a keychain or something instead. So bringing it up a little bit closer so you can see it. I think they turned out really good. And so here's my granddaughter wearing her half, and she already knows who she's going to give the other half to. She loved it. And here are the pictures of it again. I mean, for a 99-cent mold, you can't go wrong. Again, I'm Liz with Liz's Crafts, and if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to subscribe, please feel free to do so. If not, that's okay too.